In recent times, playing older games on newer consoles has been challenging, to say the least. Some platforms do a better job than others, but if you want to play retro games on your shiny new console, such as the PlayStation 5, you'll quickly find the offerings both expensive and limited. In January 2025, I resubscribed to the Platinum tier of PlayStation Plus to gain access to the PlayStation Classic line the Surface offers. My main focus is on the PlayStation 1 classics because Sony uses emulation to make the games work. This gave me an idea. How do PlayStation 1 classics on PlayStation 5 fare against Duckstation? This is considered the gold standard of PlayStation emulation on PC platforms, and to see how Sony fares against it will be interesting. For the PlayStation 5, I'm using the PlayStation 5 versions of the PlayStation 1 classics, and all were using the 1440p output of the PlayStation 5. For the presets, I stuck with the default screen settings and the 4:3 for 16:10 aspect ratio, as my MacBook uses a 16:10 screen. As for Duckstation, I used both software and hardware rendering modes to simulate real PlayStation 1 graphics, and using the enhancements to make the games look and run better than standard. Duckstation in hardware rendering mode was capped to 1440p to make it fair. By the way, I tried out 22 different games for this video. Now, let's begin the comparison. We start with Ridge Racer Type 4. A racing game is perfect to test not only the visuals but the input lag, so we can check every aspect of emulation performance. Straight away, the resolution has been upped from the PlayStation original to, I assume, 2K or 1440p output in my testing. While this means better clarity of picture, the lack of perspective correction makes the flickering textures and lack of straight lines stick out. Dithering is still on show as well, although that doesn't bother me. What does is the brightness setting. It's dark, and yes, I did indeed check my color profile settings and they are correct. Sony's emulator is just dark by default. There's no overclocking modes, disk speedup hacks, or anything advanced as you'll find on Duckstation. We do get a rewind feature and save states, so that's handy. However, this game wasn't as fun to play as it normally would be because of input delay. When I go to steer, it takes a second longer than I expect. In a racing game, it causes you to guess ahead of time where you'll be, and it's not good. If I bring in Duckstation using hardware rendering enhancements, you can see just how much better it looks alongside the PlayStation 5 rendition. More importantly, the emulator has much improved input response. If you look at the fastest lap times, I'm always ahead of the PlayStation 5 version. That's because I had better control and feeling using Duckstation. Not the best start for the PlayStation 5 offering. Rallycross is a rally racing game, and it has very bouncy physics for its courses. Sadly, the aforementioned input delay on PlayStation 5 made playing a chore. It's not impossible, as you can see, but I never had the confidence to push my skills. You can see I'm braking a lot and the steering is not smooth. The graphics look good outside of the PlayStation's graphical flaws on show, but for me, the controller delay made playing this game more difficult than it should be. Compared to Duckstation using hardware rendering mode, the difference is night and day for the presentation. Rallycross looks smoother and even more detailed on Duckstation thanks to the enhancements. If you look closely at the footage, I'm really pushing the car more and braking less often. Clearly, the input on Duckstation is much more instant, allowing me better control and, more crucially, being able to have fun. Sony has a lot of work still to do on PlayStation 5 playing emulated PlayStation 1 classic titles. Resident Evil Director's Cut is next. A big problem from the start is this is the PAL version. There's no NTSC version to pick from. Why? The other games I tried so far had NTSC or PAL options. For Duckstation, I opted to use the NTSC version to show you the differences. The graphics do suffer this time because the pre-rendered backgrounds are blurry and character models flicker like no tomorrow. Plus, the dark graphics don't help. The input lag, adding to the fact that this being the PAL version, makes the experience undesirable to most people. Yes, it is playable, but most won't want to play for long. Duckstation using hardware rendering mode makes a world of difference to the experience. The use of the NTSC version and better input response is pretty clear to see. Using the disk speedup hack, you can see camera transitions are sped up and are smoother to the eye. When characters speak, the pauses that occur are significantly reduced, making the whole experience feel snappy. The perspective correction settings don't fix all of the issues with the 3D models, but compared to the PlayStation 5, it is a big improvement. All this is to say that Duckstation wins this comparison quite easily, in fact. Time now for G-Police. It's a flight sim game where you pilot a hovercraft thing and you have to stop crime when it pops up. I do feel the game benefits from a 1440p upscale. It makes the game much easier to discern and the textures still look good. Too bad the controls are annoying. The layout takes time to get used to, but it's very sensitive. Sadly, this means the PlayStation 5's input lag hindered gameplay. I either had to go very slowly or go quickly and crash into everything. Not good. Duckstation saves the day, and actually, thanks to the enhancements and the better input response, the game felt nice to play. I was controlling my craft with reckless abandon and I welcomed every challenge the game threw my way. It helped that I could actually see what was going on compared to the PlayStation 5's darkened picture. I think you folks are starting to see a pattern now, right? How about Hot Shots Golf 2? Don't worry, I played the original as well. I'll show that later. As you can imagine, a game like this lives or dies by the controls. The power meter is instrumental to getting the power and direction of my swing perfect. The PlayStation 5 version fails, I'm afraid. When I press the button, there's a second or two delay and it messed up my swings many times. I love this game, but trying to play it on PlayStation 5 is almost impossible. Yes, you could get the timing down, but why would you? It's too much work. Duckstation thankfully does not have this problem, and the second I press X, it responds straight away. Simply put, play this game on Duckstation, real hardware, or Sony's better offerings when it comes to PlayStation 1 classic titles. Even the PlayStation Portable is much better for God's sake, and that's 20 years old now. Tekken 2 is a great game. On PlayStation 5, the game is harder to play thanks to the input delay problems. Considering you need accurate controls for this title, I think many of you will believe the game isn't working properly, and you'd be right. Yes, Tekken 3 does indeed control better, but Tekken 2 is not this bad, I promise. In fact, Duckstation is proof. Not only is it much more responsive, it looks much more pleasing to the eye as well. The two side by side illustrate this. It's sad that Sony's PlayStation Classics all suffer from this input delay. They did QA test the service, right? How about Jumping Flash? This is a great early title for the PlayStation, one I've covered recently in fact. On PlayStation 5 the game is playable because you don't need to rush around and you have to plan your next move when you go for it. That doesn't mean the input delay should be ignored. It'll still rear itself during gameplay, and missing a jump or falling off platforms is too common as I played onwards. I got used to it and I had some fun still, but this is far from ideal. Duckstation really helps the graphics, although the perspective correction settings did cause seams within the graphics. Maybe it's worth switching it off for this title. Otherwise, I had better control and more fun when using Duckstation thanks to the lack of input delay. Right, I will show the rest of the games I tried with a montage. We need to hear the sound quality of the platforms to see if Sony got that aspect correct. Enjoy the show, and I'll see you at the end.
Now's your chance to prove you can really carve. All right! Not bad, but you're gonna have to do a lot better than that. There's a cliff coming up. Pull some air! Not bad, but you're gonna have to do a lot better than that. All right! Checkpoint straight ahead. Hurry up! All right! Not bad, but you're gonna have to do a lot better than that. Yeah! Hi-ya! Hi-ya! Gotcha! Oh! Yeah! Yeah! Hi-ya! Yeah! Ow! See ya! See ya!
Good news! I got the control system back online. What's the situation over there?
It's Gale. I lost him.
So what's the bad news? Did you run into some guards?
You're not gonna believe this. He was attacked by some kind of dinosaur.
Now that's a good one. So, who was it? Arnie?
This isn't a joke, you idiot. This isn't a joke, you idiot. We were just attacked by a big-ass lizard.
For real? What's going on over there? Alright, head over to the control room and we'll sort out this whole situation.
This'll teach you, you punk!
Oh!
Oh, Justin, not you again. You just don't learn trashing my shed again.
I didn't trash it. Why won't you listen to me? I'm staking my pride as a man and my soul as an adventurer on this treasure hunt.
Shut up!
Adventurer on this treasure hunt.
Shut up! There's no treasure in all that junk. Now you've completely trashed it. Anyway, don't ever hunt for treasure in my shed again. You hear me, boy?
Ouch.
Sorry. Okay. Follow me. Okay. You follow me. Okay. Wait. Follow me. Okay.
Sony, in my opinion, has a lot of work to do on their PlayStation 1 classics for PlayStation 5. Graphics, features, and emulation improvements are needed, but the glaring input delay causes concern for me. What good is it to offer a service when the controls aren't as tight as they should be? Especially from a company who, in the past, got it spot on right. I hate to say it, but at least for the PlayStation 1 classics, the service is an afterthought, and considering the price you pay, it's very hard to recommend it based on my experience so far. The game selection is decent and there's potential for improvements, but how long will it take for Sony to fix the glaring input delay? I hope the answer is soon. What do you folks think of the PlayStation 1 classics on PlayStation 5? Should I do the same video for their PlayStation 2 classics and compare it to PCSX2? Tell me in the comments, and I will see you soon.